Hello, everybody, and welcome to Mersin, Turkey. This is the EuroLeague Women quarterfinals and the deciding game 3 between Mersin and Bourges. So you're here inside the Servet Tazagul Spor Salonu in Mersin in southern Turkey. CBK Mersin getting ready to tangle with Tango Bourges basket. And it's been a great quarterfinals, a lot of excitement in the EuroLeague Women, and it all comes down to this game for these two teams. Also a lot of action as well when you consider other quarterfinals are still alive. Valencia Basket will be trading blows with Schio in Italy, and Avenida will be at Prague facing the Czech Giants. Obviously, Fenerbahce, the only team so far that has made it through to the Final Four. They are in after winning the first two games, rather, of their best-of-3 series against Chopron. So the lights are lowering, this very exciting time. Of course, the anticipation, the hope that Turkey will have a second team, and the fans using their smartphones to show the flashlights and to create the ambiance here for this very special occasion. Go back and look at the first two games, and CBK really back on March 14th last week rolled to a big win, 84-56, and it seemed like this might be a pretty straightforward qualification for the Final Four. They won that game. Yvonne Anderson did have 12 points, 4 assists, 4 rebounds for Bourges, but Elizabeth Williams and everybody in the Mersin team, just a powerful performance from them. Laura Cornelius had 11 points, Yelena Dublovic 8 points, Williams 8 points, Chelsea Gray, the USA International, had 10 points, Tiffany Hayes, the exciting guard, had 19 points, and Alexandra Servandakic had 15. In fact, what they're doing is fans just getting a little bit more of an appetite for this game, which is going to be one of their biggest moments as they try to reach the Final Four against an established EuroLeague women team that goes back many, many years. Former champions, in fact, Bourges, although it's been a long time. This is a Bourges team that was able to rebound, and perhaps the tradition played into it, the home court advantage played into it, but they were able to get back and win Game 2, 76-75, to level this series at 1 game apiece to force the deciding third game. Alex Duché, the France international, had 16 points in that game. Bourges overcoming another terrific high-scoring effort from Tiffany Hayes, who had 26 points in that game. And I suppose the big difference there was that Bourges were able to not just get to the free throw line as they had the first time, but to really get there and to capitalize. Also 7 of 10 from three-point range. They were 22 of 51 inside the arc. A couple more made shots than their opponents, their adversaries that night. And Mersin just 6 of 16 from deep. But it was a close game, and Bourges cut down on their turnovers. They only had 13. And Mersin lost despite getting 10. The Mersin, you look back at the points off turnovers, they still won that, but not quite as decisively as they had in game one. And they still had more points in the paint, but just 4. But where Bourges really kind of excelled in that game is they got a lot more production from their bench, getting 21 points off the bench compared to just 6 for Mersin. And again, when they played in game one, points from the bench, Mersin had 21 points from the bench. Bourges had 23, so that was a pretty negligible difference. But the big difference was the 27 points off turnovers that they had compared to 7 points off turnovers for Bourges. So tonight, back in Mersin, it's familiar territory. They were just here. Maybe Bourges can benefit from that past experience as they get ready to go up against Mersin. That, listen, if Mersin don't make it to the Final Four, it's a setback. It's a major setback for them. They won the home court advantage for the quarterfinals. They won it decisively, but they've got to put away a good Bourges team. That's what it boils down to. Viola Georgi, Franco Gracin, and Radomir Vojinovic from Norway, Croatia, and Montenegro doing the refereeing tonight. So Viola Georgi from Romania, Franco Gracin from Croatia, and Radomir Vojinovic from Montenegro, the referees, and the commissioner, Marius Marinescu. Well, folks, I know there are a lot of EuroLeague women fans out there, and let me encourage you to go to the EuroLeague Women website and vote for a lot of the season-ending awards that'll be coming your way. Vote for your favorite athletes and coaches. And, well, it's an annual thing, and you can just tell you how to do it. You go to FIBA.basketball/EuroLeague Women/22-23, or just go to FIBA.basketball, go to the EuroLeague Women website. And you can vote for most valuable player, all EuroLeague women first and second team, and all. There's 6 different categories that you, the fan, can vote in. And the candidates have been nominated by FIBA Europe's panel of experts. So again, the categories this year will be EuroLeague Women Most Valuable Player. You'll get the All EuroLeague Women First Team, the All EuroLeague Women Second Team, the EuroLeague Women Coach of the Year, EuroLeague Women Young Player of the Year, and the EuroLeague Women Defensive Player of the Year. And you can vote all the way up to 12 o'clock noon Central European Time on Monday, April 3rd. And you'll be happy to know that the winners are going to be presented with the awards at the EuroLeague Women Final Four. So, and just how you can vote, again, fans can vote going to the website, filling out 1 ballot per device every 24 hours. And when making the All EuroLeague Women selections, you can choose up to 2 backcourt players, 3 front court players, and for the other awards, only 1 selection per category is allowed, which makes a lot of sense to me. So, again, I'd encourage you to go to the EuroLeague Women website, go to FIBA.basketball, and then you can go to leagues, and then you go to Europe. You can find it. You can Google it, EuroLeague Women official website, and you can vote. So the players come out on the court. And without a doubt, the EuroLeague women has put another exclamation mark on an incredible season, showing what a terrific, terrific competition this is. We're never disappointed, and this year has been exceptional, folks. Well, hello, everybody, and again, welcome to Turkey. We are underway. The game between CBK Mersin and Tango Bourges basket, and it's Mersin winning the opening tip and attacking the basket to the right on your screen. Mersin wearing the white. So first shot is from Mersin and off target. Hayes puts up her attempt and it's not there again. It's Anderson, Duchette, Godin, Guapo, and Steinberger for Bourges. As they push it up the floor, the ball goes out of bounds. And again, I think the neutral fans are hoping that we'll get a lot more of what we saw in that second game when this thing went to the wire. So they're saying that is a jump ball. Both players of both teams touched it. They couldn't decide, so they're going to use the jump ball possession arrow, and it favors Bourges. And for Mersin, it's Cornelius, Servandakic, Gray, Tiffany Hayes, and Elizabeth Williams. Coming out missing from three-point range, Duchette. So the two teams, which team is going to strike first here? It's always good to see that first basket for your team. Shake off the nerves. They get it down low, and the foul has been called. So Elizabeth Williams is going to go to the free throw line. Elizabeth Williams misses the first attempt. And she has taken her time. And she misses both. The free throw line is such a big part of the game. They all add up at the end of the game. Williams came in shooting 62.5% at the free throw line and misses both. And that is a nerve settling jump shot to start things off for Bourges. So the first 2 points, Steinberger it was Duche that gets the assist. Duche. Now pulling up right at the stripe and missing was Chelsea Gray. And we're going to see a replay of Steinberger showing that sweet stroke. And Bourges now missing with their second attempt. Mersin. Steinberger on Gray. They get it out to the wing, and the first three-point shot is good from Laura Cornelius. Anderson pulls up. How about that? Coming right out and stroking the mid-range jump shot for Bourges. Well, before we look at that, that was Godin taking her team back up 4-3. This was Cornelius's three-pointer from the wing. There's Gray back outside. Hayes missing. Williams batted it, and here comes Yvonne Anderson. The Serbia international races up the floor, puts it up, she misses the layup. And both teams scramble for the basketball. It goes out of bounds. And I would have put money on Yvonne Anderson making that layup. She's just too good to miss it that badly, but boy, did she miss it. I think she heard footsteps, and Bourges will inbound the basketball. It's going to be Duchette. And, the bank is open in Turkey. Okay, seeing some interesting highlights. selections here. Apologies, folks. Bourges up 6-3. The Guapo 3. In fact, it should be 7-3. Bourges on top, so there you go. Register that extra point. Williams catches it low, misses. And another rebound for Godin. And now the missed shot from outside. I believe that was Guapo. Steinberger. Interesting matchup going up against Gray. Now they switch. Godin gets the hand in the face. And Gray misses. And a three-point shot is good for Bourges. So Guapo passes to Duche, and she drills it. So the lead goes to 7 points, and suddenly there's silence in Mersin. 10-3. Well, she's got the reputation. She's able to knock that shot down, and the graphic should say 10-3, Bourges on top of Mersin. And if any team does not look comfortable right now, it's this team, it's Mersin. And Mersin come away, no points. You could hear the sense of urgency from Enriquez. Spanish coach has been everywhere in the EuroLeague women, seemingly. And they get it down low, and another easy basket for Elodie Godin, the veteran of Bourges. And their lead is now 12-3. Chelsea Gray passes up the long one, does a good job going inside, but her shot is blocked by Guapo. And long shot, no good from Servan-Dakic, but the follow is there from Williams. And right now, it doesn't matter how they score. They just need to get some buckets. Keep that scoreboard ticking over. It's now 12-5. Steinberger missing from the baseline. Nobody there for Bourges for the rebound. So the score should be 12-5. So this was that last basket. You can see Servan-Dakic taking it. And it was Chelsea Gray missing. There's the putback from Tiffany Hayes. See if Bourges tries to get something going to the basket. Oh, Steinberger goes behind the back, puts it up. Well, she had $1 million move there, but a 5-cent finish as the ball went off the glass and missed the rim. There's the drive, and the basket is good. So Chelsea Gray knows the way. You're not going to keep her down all game. She is one of the elite players in this competition, and considering her standing with USA Basketball, one of the top players in the world. So that basket leads to a timeout here for Bourges. So Williams, the right job. And that was very slow reaction from Elodie Godin. I mean, she just kind of got her hands up and kind of inched her way towards Gray, who all she had to do was go baseline, make the layup. So timeout. So Yvonne Anderson comes out, misses from the line. Another chance for Mersin now to get even closer, maybe even tie the game with a three. They're going to launch it, and they are going to hit it. And just like that, it's a tie game. This game 3 decider in Bourges. For whatever reason, it feels like they've kind of taken their foot off the pedal. Sarah Michelle in the game now. She gets it down low, and Indy Miem is in the game as well, and she misses. Goes in and out. And that was the sweet stroke of Chelsea Gray. Spinning move from Servan Dakic. Not good enough. Bourges push it quickly. Entry pass. Excuse me, that was Alexander who missed the last time down. No, that was Indy Miem missing with the turnaround. Oh, that's what you like right there. Driving in Tiffany Hayes. You're struggling. You want points. Put the ball on the deck and go to the basket, and good things will happen, and great things happen here. She makes the shot. She has a chance for a three-point play. And Yvonne Anderson, I don't know. She must have been expecting help, because Hayes just blew right past her and then had a wide-open layup. Suddenly, Mersin go from crisis mode to being up by 3 points. And the unpredictability factor in this game is pretty high, I'd say. Seeing two different sides of Bourges. They definitely had a great start, but now they have kind of gone off the rails a little bit. Indy Miem hands it off to Anderson. Anderson puts it up from deep. Great rebound and put back from Alexander. Or excuse me, from Miem. Getting my Miems and Alexanders mixed up. Apologies, folks. Now here comes the spin, the drive, and the basket is good from Servan Dakic. This was Anderson missing, and that was Miem putting it back up and in. So Guapa missing down low, and here comes Chelsea Gray. Pulls up and nails it. (19-14). Mersin on top here with about a minute 20 remaining. No finish at all for Bourges. That was Gray scoring that last basket from Mersin. And Guapo, while we were looking at the replay, scored for Bourges. And again, a chance for Bourges now to pull level or pull to within one. And there on the baseline, nice stroke, nice soft touch from Kayla Alexander. Dublovic going to check into the game. The veteran, the Montenegrin veteran. And you can tell by the quality of the players coming off the benches for these two teams that they are good teams. They are deep. Now the shot from the corner, no good. Williams with the rebound, puts it up, she misses. Then Williams chases or tries to put pressure on Steinberger, can't get it back. Now Bourges with a chance to take the lead. At the end of the quarter, Steinberger lets it fly. And that's how the first quarter ends. Well, a little bit of Jekyll and Hyde for both teams in that opening quarter, but it's Mersin that has a 19-18 lead at the end of one. Remember, the winner of this quarterfinal wins the decisive game 3, goes to the Final Four, where they will take on either USK Prague or Avenida. Knew we had a Spanish team there. So the second quarter action now underway here in Turkey, where Mersin leading 19-18, the deciding game 3 of this EuroLeague women quarterfinal. The winner will advance to the Final Four and meet either Prague or Avenida. Shaky start for Mersin. They've come back, and here they are with a 1-point lead, and now they got a chance to go up by 4 because the and-1 is coming. And Chelsea Gray, great handles, great finish. Gray at the line with Mersin leading 21-18, and now stretches it to 22-18. Steinberger looks to inbound the basketball. Steinberger's going to have to play a lot of minutes today. It's Alexander Duchette, Michelle, Miem, and Steinberger on the floor right now for Bourges, and a foul on Dublovic a long way from the basket. Oh boy, the pass gets away. Miem trying to get it to Alexander. Juanita Hollingsworth in the game right now. Naturalized Turkey international for Mersin. Along with Hasena Yalcin, Hayes, Gray, and Dublovic. And the ball turned over, back over to Bourges. Well, these teams are having some issues with turnovers early on. Steinberger crashes the boards, tries to get the rebound. Off the Miem miss. So play has stopped as they get some moisture off the court. And Dublovic, as she is wont to do, having a conversation with the referee. Wouldn't be surprised if Dublovic ends up coaching one day. There's Miem, hands it off. Duchette steps back, puts it up, and misses. Gray with the rebound. Up ahead. And maybe not the best idea. Maybe Dublovic was ahead on the break at one point. And she was nowhere near catching that. Also, Bourges were back on defense. Steinberger catches, turns, and scores. Well, if you're neutral watching this, you want it to be close to the very end. But for these two teams, Steinberger whistled for an unsportsmanlike foul on Tiffany Hayes. At least it looked like he made the unsportsmanlike foul. Maybe that's why I don't understand why Hollingsworth was lobbying the referee for something. Well, the stakes are high, and the players want to try to get everything they can on every possession. Hayes. Big opportunity here for Mersin. So she makes the first. And Steinberger was indeed whistled for the unsportsmanlike. So now she has to be careful that she doesn't pick up another one or technical, or she'll have an early shower. Hayes makes both. Yalchin's going to inbound the basketball. Gray. Now the dump down low, and Hollingsworth, well, she caught the ball right under the basket. She's going to score there every time. 6-point advantage for Mersin. Steinberger. The dump, and Alexander misses. And that is painful for Lafarge and Bourges. You need to put those opportunities away. Traveling the call on Gray, who doesn't agree. Excuse me, Tiffany Hayes. So right now it's Dublovich, Gray, Hayes, Hollingsworth, and Yalchin on the court. Anderson, Alexander came up for the high pick. The ball goes out of bounds off of Anderson. A few times Bourges have gotten the ball down low and they've turned it over, missed easy shots. Remember, they were blown out in game one. They came back and they won game two by a single point. There's Hayes driving in. Oh, boy. She was able to control her body. Still shot it with the left hand, and her numbers are going up. And now a foul. And Anderson is now lobbying, I think, for an unsportsmanlike on Hayes. So the inbounds pass. Mersin up by 8 points. Bourges in a little bit of trouble. Ball goes off the foot, so they're going to say put 14 seconds on the shot clock. Three-pointer not there for Indy Meehan. And this is where you have to be concerned right now if you're Bourges. You better start taking away the penetration and the drives from Hayes and Gray. Here they come out on the double and force a pass into the backcourt. Not a good play by Hayes. Certainly did not anticipate the pressure. So it's Cornelius, Dublovich, Fiddick, Hayes, and Hollingsworth in now for Mersin. And the whistle blows. A foul has been called. It's Anderson, Duchette, Godin, Guapo, and Meehan for Bourges. Hayes whistled for the foul. Hayes kind of needs to keep control of her emotions. She's having a lot to say to the referees on both ends of the floor right now. And Anderson having a very tough start to the game today. She's 0 for 4 from the floor. She does have 3 assists, but she's also turned it over. Here she is making the free throw. They need Yvonne Anderson in a big way today to deliver Bourges. She's -2 efficiency. She has a turnover. And this is your big game player right here, Yvonne Anderson. Steinberger comes back into the game, the Latvian international. And I would definitely classify Yvonne Anderson as the big game player of all big game players in this Bourges team. So this is a deciding game 3, and she has to be the one that leads them to the Final Four, you would think. But maybe I'll be wrong. Here's Hayes putting it up from deep, and Williams with the rebound. And you're just asking for trouble if you're Bourges, and you don't get rebounds at this end, and you give Mersin those second and third chances, and that's what Elizabeth Williams does for you. She gets in there and crashes the boards. 29 years of age now, Elizabeth Williams. And foul has been called. I mean, you look at her, Williams, and she's actually had her 2 best rebounding games against Bourges this season in this EuroLeague Women. She's had 10 rebounds in each of the first 2 games in this quarterfinal series. Now the spin, Dublovic drives in quickly for Bourges. Here's an opportunity. And the drive and the basket is good, and you can count it. Get it to the line. Chance for a 3-point play. So nice drive from Guapo. And boy, it's the little things in the games like this. It's making the extra effort on those rebounds, those loose balls. You got to make the free throws. Cornelius. Over to Dublovic. And that's a 2. Jelena Dublovic. Steinberger passes up the jumper, gets it to Anderson. Godin. Now to Michelle. Michelle probes. And a hold has been called. So Godin fouled by Fittick, Boxen Fittick, and Godin makes the first. Well, Lotte Godin has been around a long time. Now 37 years of age. She makes the second as well. Her last tournament with France was the 2012 Olympics when she won a silver medal. I guess that was a good way to go out for her with the national team. Oh, Gray going behind the back. Look out. Sarah Michelle doesn't want any of that. And Gray puts it up and in. Sarah Michelle just kind of stood up on defense there and just said, okay, take the jumper. I'm not going to let you go past me. And Gray said, don't mind if I do. Knocked it down. Anderson. Still not really on track yet. Godin, the veteran on. Nobody boxes out Steinberger, but coming in, knocking it out of bounds was Gray. Watch Michelle here. So she takes it right here, and then Michelle's guarding her, and then she goes back and then just kind of stood up and reached out. Just gave away the jumper. Now Michelle's a good defensive player. Guapo missing from the wing. And again, it's a 7-point lead for Mersin now. Remember, they won game 1 decisively. They beat Bourges like a drum here in Turkey. 84-56, but Bourges forced the deciding game 3 with a 1-point win at home. But now Dublovic has hit her second shot, this one from the free throw line. And Mersin starting to get a little bit of separation here from Bourges. And the player that just, again, has to get it going, I think, is Anderson. It's Guapo. She has it knocked out of her hand, stolen by Gray. Gray just reads it, says, "Give me the layup, I'll take it," puts it up and in. Chelsea Gray having herself a game, and really in these moments that are so big in this game, really making the difference for Mersin. She's got 14 points, 5 assists, 5 rebounds. She is on course for a triple-double, folks. Look at that. Sorry, Michelle puts it on the deck, drives in. And I like it coming right out of the timeout. You drive, you get to the basket, you get your feet wet, as they say. Good things will happen. You'll score, you'll draw a foul, you get to the free throw line. Free throw is such an important part of this game, and right now, Mersin 4 of 6, Bourges 3 of 7. Here's Gray. She's got the wind in her sails, and she knocks down a three-pointer. And now the alarm bells are starting to ring back in France. Mersin have opened up a 14-point lead. Duchette takes the three. Oh, can you believe it? What a three-pointer. The basketball god smiled on Duchette. That took 2 high bounces off the rim. What a shooter's roll that was. Back to an 11-point game. Oh, behind the back pass. And Yvonne Anderson fouls. Mersin's Laura Cornelius Yvonne Anderson, folks, she averages 16.5 points, 4.8 rebounds, 4.1 assists coming into this game. She had 22 points in the last game. She had 12 in the first. She has to get it going for Bourges if they're going to have a chance. Cornelius makes the first attempt. Final minute 20 of the first half. And the whistle blows. Both teams over the limit right now, so free throws will be coming. And again, just illustrates you've got to knock down these opportunities if you're Bourges. So the foul called on Cornelius Anderson at the free throw line. And still struggling away. She was just 1 of 2 on her first trip to the line. Here she misses the first. And she gets the second. Here's Gray driving in and scoring. She's just taking the game over. And really, it's not a surprise. She has been unreal. And now, very weak turnover. A break for Bourges as Mersin missed, but then Gray puts it up. She follows her miss. Now Yvonne Anderson quickly, much better, and Sarah Michelle puts it up and in. And Iquez is going to call timeout. So there's about 6.6 second difference from the game clock and the shot clock. I would assume he's going to want to take this down all the way to the end and not leave Bourges much time. But he could say, hey, listen, let's just take the first good shot we get. Let's try to listen in. So coming out of the timeout, let's see what Mersin does. Cornelius dribbling up high, and a push and a foul is going to put Mersin on the free throw line. So it'll be Servan-Dakic. This will be her first trip to the free throw line today. She came in hitting 72.7% of her free throws, 24 of 33 on the season. And she makes the first. What you have to do here is you've got to box out if you're Bourges, and then you need to make sure you take the last shot. Oh, she only makes, they do not box out, and it hurts them. It's Quanitra Hollingsworth. And that's about as painful as it gets if you're Bourges to give that away. So the putback. Now Anderson, she gets in and finally makes a field goal. So that gives Bourges a little bit more hope as they head to the locker rooms at halftime. But some very basic things they need to take care of. They got to do a little bit better job boxing out right now. 24 rebounds for Mersin, just 15 for Bourges. So at halftime, as the referees put on their jackets and head to their room, the players have headed to the locker rooms. It's 46-33, Mersin on top of Bourges. We'll be right back before the start of the second half. CBK Mersin leading Tango Bourges basket 46-33 here in the deciding third game of the quarterfinals at halftime. Now the third quarter is underway. Mersin winning the opening game here in Turkey. Bourges winning a thriller to force this game, back in Bourges rather, to force this deciding third game. The winner obviously to the Final Four. Who will it be? Well, Williams, USA International, turns and scores. So back to a 15-point lead. Duchette lets it fly. It's long, and the long rebound corralled by Tiffany Hayes. And the shot is good. And now the lead is ballooned for Mersin. Danger time, 17-point advantage, 50-33, and another turnover. And it's all going horribly wrong right now for the team from France. Tiffany Hayes drives in, and nobody picks her up. And Olivier Lafarge has to call a timeout. And his team is off to a nightmare start here in the third quarter, with Mersin looking like they want to lower the boom. So not sure what Yvonne Anderson was doing there. I mean, she ran over to get into position, and then she just got out of the way and let Tiffany Hayes go up for the layup. I don't understand. So the winner of this game, which right now looks like it's going to be Mersin, because they have just grabbed the game by the scruff of the neck here at the start of the third quarter, will take on the winner of Avenida's game at Prague, their game 3. Anderson stops, turns, leans in, puts it up, and gets it to drop. But defensively is where they're going to have to really tighten up. Defensively and getting to work on the boards. If you're Mersin right now, you're just going for the kill. Chelsea Gray passes into the corner. 3-point shot, not there. And Godin called for the foul. Trying to contend with Williams in there is not easy. So Godin called for the foul on Williams. Now, Back to live action. Down low, gets away. Opportunity. Steinberger pulls up. Anderson thought about it. Surely there's got to be something going to the basket. Steinberger posting up. Gets it down low, and the reach and the foul. Servandakic. But they call the foul on Tiffany Hayes. Three fouls on Tiffany Hayes. Long way to go, but you better start climbing that mountain now if you're Bourges. Anderson, back outside. Steinberger drives in, strong move, and that's what you want to see right there. Great finish with the left hand. This is the player that ripped him to shreds in the first half. Gray, she gets rid of the basketball. The Servandakic, now the turnover and a chance to break. Oh, and Anderson gets tangled up as Hayes runs back. And Hayes is going to pick up her fourth, or no, excuse me, that's going to be, yeah, it's going to be Hayes picking up her fourth foul. They could look at this. This could be an unsportsmanlike foul. Make it be a huge trip down the floor for Bourges. This could be the way for them to at least give them some hope. Usually when the referees are huddling like that, they're going to go have a look at it. And they are indeed. And Anderson looks at the refs to say, what's there to look at? I went down like a sack of wheat. So she cuts in. She reaches. Is she going for the ball? And Anderson saw her coming, raised her arm to kind of protect the basketball, and went down. I don't know. I'm tempted to say it's an unsportsmanlike, but it does look like Hayes has just reached in and committed the foul. Certainly Anderson was going to make sure there was contact. So we're going to wind it back and look again. That's what the referees are looking at. So the ball comes up. Big pass that's picked off. Now, from that angle, I'm thinking they're just going to call a normal foul. Looking at this replay is kind of making me dizzy. So what are the referees going to decide? Again, they're getting good to look at this, and this probably will be the best angle. It looks like Hayes is just reaching in, but so they have indeed called the unsportsmanlike. And Anderson able to rattle it in. So she gets this one, then she'll get another one. Hayes picks up her fourth foul. So a very costly foul indeed for Mersin. Sends one of their best players to the bench. Fiddick has checked in. And another basket here for Bourges. Could get interesting. Here is Anderson. Oh, she misses the layup. She goes for it. The right play. She just didn't finish. And good defense, forcing the ball handling miscue. It was Guapo that forced that turnover. Here again is Anderson, and again trying to score over that front, over Williams. Went to the left hand, did not drop for her. Well, they want more production from her, but she might need to be a little bit more selective about her shot selection. Serving Dakic. Puts it up, and that hurts. It's a 4-point swing, serving Dakic. That's what she does. Doesn't have a lot of arc on her shot, but she can knock it down. Steinberger, that's a long two if it goes. I would have liked, again, to see her drive to the basket, but 15-point lead from Mersin. It seems like they've weathered the storm of the unsportsmanlike. Gray. And now the lead goes back to 17. Anderson has the ball just taken away. Cornelius. Now Gray puts it on the deck, and she's fouled by Elodie Godin. Well, not wanting to be pessimistic here for Bourges' chances, but that was a huge sequence with the unsportsmanlike foul on Hayes. Anderson made the 2 free throws. Then she missed that layup, and ever since, it has been all Mersin. Two free throws are good, so Mersin right now with a stranglehold on proceedings here against Bourges, up 19 points. That drives in, and again the defense is there, out to Anderson. Her attempt rattles out. Cornelius. And fouled by Anderson. Well, Bourges sitting 4th in the Ligue Féminine de Basketball, the French Women's League, behind Lyon, Lattes Montpellier, and Villeneuve d'Ascq with Basket Lons, and Roche Vendée hot on their heels. If they don't turn this around, they're going to turn all of their focus back on domestic matters. Mersin, meanwhile, flying high in Turkey, 2nd in the standings. And now some of the frustration is evident from Bourges as they have words with the referee after the whistle blows on that foul on Indy Miem. So Dublovic goes to the line. She only makes 1 of 2, but a recurring theme, an offensive rebound off the missed free throw, keeps the basketball with Mersin. And Gray, who took over the game in the first half, an air ball. Bourges will get it back. Well, you look back at the regular season, and Bourges finished 4th in Group A behind Fenerbahce, Prague, and Valencia Basket. Mersin finished top of Group B ahead of Skio, both of them with 10-4 records, with Avenida and Sopron Basket behind them. Steinberger misses. And the points have just dried up for Bourges. They're really struggling. Good turn, Williams. Duchette into the paint. Steinberger off the glass and in, and she's fouled. So Steinberger, she can knock this down. She gets it below 20 points. So 3-point play for Steinberger. I mean, there is a considerable amount of time right now, 12 minutes and 44 seconds. You got to D up and rebound if you're Bourges. You got to try to get some easy baskets. Sarah Michelle gets the tough straw having to guard Gray. Now the ball goes off of Williams. She gets it before it goes out of bounds. They have to put up a long jump shot, but that is not going to count. Came after the buzzer sounded. Three-point shot does allow you to take points off quickly, but you got to have somebody that can knock them down, and we just haven't really seen it today from Bourges. Here's Mia. She puts it on the deck, drives in, misses Alexander there, but even though she had position, not able to rebound it. And why does Mia come out? And she has been pretty hot for the last couple of minutes talking to the referees, and now she's just been teed up. But I don't know why you make that foul. You're so far away from the basket. And, you know, looking at it objectively, because you're not playing as well as you should be and not doing some of the things you need to be doing, you're going to start complaining to the referees. You know, you got to look at yourselves. So she makes the free throw. Chelsea Gray. I mean, you can understand why you want to get out and maybe try to force a turnover and go score. But maybe not the best play. Maybe not the best play with Gray handling it. Great crowd tonight, though, as is always the case with Mersin. They love this basketball team. So the lead goes back to 21. It's a three-point trip down the floor. And just is a mountain to climb. And traveling now on Sarah Michelle. But they called on Alexander. And that's not going to make Lafarge any happier. No, it is on Michelle. Goksen Fiddick inbounds the basketball. Cornelius, now she gets it over to Servan-Dakic. Now Dublovic. Servan-Dakic has it knocked out of her hands. And open three-point shot. And that is adding insult right there as Goksen Fiddick drills the three. Anderson misses another layup. There might have been a little bit of a bump, but she's still got to knock it down. 25 points the advantage for Mersin. And I suppose what's frustrating for Bourges is they know that they can compete with this Mersin team. They're just not competing like they did the other night. Wide open look. Now a chance to run for Anderson. And the rejection. And now jump ball. Dublovic ties up Indy Miam. There's the pass and the miss, but the follow from Kayla Alexander, and she earns a trip to the line. So way to stay with it, Kayla Alexander. 36 seconds remaining. You know, Bourges had that great start to the game and could have really even put a little more distance between themselves. I think it was, they led 12-3, but did not. Didn't play well over the last second half of that quarter and ended up trailing 19-18. Now the travel called on Cornelius. And Cornelius, her team's up 23 points. Doesn't need to say anything to the referee. Just keep playing. So even though you're down 23, Bourges want to try to get the last shot here. So hold, and that's going to end up giving, most likely, Mersin the last shot of the quarter. And it goes without saying, these are free throws Alexander really needs to make if her team is going to have any realistic hope of making a comeback. So she takes her time, and the Canada International makes the first. Bourges have not been good at the line today, shooting in the 50%, in the 50s. She makes just 1 of 2, par for the course. (13-17) from Mersin, and here they are. Oh, and Sarah Michelle commits the foul. So free throws for Hollingsworth. Mersin, Roberto Iniquez appealing for an unsportsmanlike foul. He wants them to go and have a look at it, and they will. And you worry for Sarah Michelle here, that she might have just given away an unsportsmanlike. Well, you think about the possibilities for Mersin, and they are very real possibilities. Prague and Avenida, if they do go ahead and win this game. Okay, so here, let's look and see if Michelle makes a play on the ball or if it's excessive contact. Oh no, it looked like she reached in for the ball. It was Hollingsworth kind of Watch Hollingsworth's left arm. It looks like she's playing the ball. Although when you slow it down like that, she really did get her good, didn't she? She really got her left arm. I think if Michelle's gotten away without this being an unsportsmanlike, she's fortunate, although I do think it's the right call. I mean, there it looks like it's an unsportsmanlike. She's nowhere near the ball, and she's coming down on the left arm. Well, certainly the referees have taken their time on this one. Could be because the camera angle, they couldn't really get a good look that they were hoping to have. So it seems that it's just going to be a normal foul. Well, this is not what you want. I guess also they want to make sure they've got the right amount of time on the clock. 1 second, but 22-point advantage. Speaking as a neutral, you're wondering why don't they get the show on the road here? And I don't think anybody knows what's going on. Is it unsportsmanlike or not? Oh, so they've called a technical, it appears, on Enriquez. I suppose because he had wanted the unsportsmanlike. And Enriquez, who, remember when he broke into the EuroLeague women, to the coaching ranks, and took over for Natalia Hekova at Roscasares, and they won the title in Valencia. And Hekova was, she had a good team, but Valencia just decided to make a change, and he inherited a great team and made the most of it, and they won the title. And he has certainly been one of the best coaches ever since, as has Hekova. So the free throw is good from Hollingsworth. So the technical, now the 2 free throws, it was not an unsportsmanlike. And Hollingsworth makes both. And they just dribble it out. So that was a lot of time to get that last second sorted out here by the referees, but it's a commanding lead at the end of 3 quarters for Mersin over Bourges, who are praying for a miracle right now because they're going to need one.
Offensively, okay? Try to outside B, okay? With position right really low. Okay? Guys, we can go. We have 10 minutes, nothing to lose. Here we go.
So fourth quarter action is underway. And the miss early. So every miss just gives a little bit of hope here for Bourges. But they got to take advantage at this end. And the foul called, so that's a good start for the team from France. Papa makes the first. And makes the second. Dublovic gets blocked, but she's fouled, so Dublovic will now go to the line. Second free throw is good as well. Here at the stripe. And Bourges missed another opportunity. So 23-point lead for Mersin, and it really feels like the door is about to slam shut. Quick pass down low. Out to Cornelius, passes up to 3, gets it inside to Williams, and Williams doesn't miss. Williams intercepts the pass, and this could really be an ugly scoreline for Bourges if they don't really put the effort in right now here at the end of this game. Now Michelle does take the basketball away. 2-on-1 break, hands it off to Indy Miam, and she lays it up and in. So that's perhaps a good sign. Oh, nice crossover. Here is Gray, and she is fouled. I mean, Gray's a really good offensive player. I mean, she's tough to guard, but you can't foul her there. You can't put her on the line. You got to make her make that shot. She's taking a fadeaway jumper. So after Cray makes the 1 of 2, now Bourges, Anderson telegraphs the pass. Dublovic has been a tough game for Yvonne Anderson today. Now she reaches in and commits the foul. So timeout on the court 7 minutes and 33 seconds remaining. Timeout taken by Bourges. Oh, behind the back pass coming out of timeout. And there's Williams laying it up and in. Chelsea Gray with another great play. And yes, folks, we do have a triple-double alert with Chelsea Gray. She's got 8 assists and 6 rebounds to go with her 27 points. The biggest question would be, how long is she going to stay in the game? Because it is a blowout right now, 26 points. And Bourges just not able to compete on the glass with this Mersin team. That has been their biggest issue. Von Anderson's going to go out. She's frustrated, kicks the chair, throws her warm-up shirt. She's fouled out of the game. So she fouls Fiddick. Watch this again. No, not on that play. For Bourges again, you go back to that early part of the game. They had a, I won't say they were playing great, but they had a big, pretty decent lead. And, that's just another telegraph pass right into the hands of Gray. And it's completely irrelevant right now that Tiffany Hayes has 4 fouls. If she fouls out, who cares? Mersin's up by 28. Gray launches it. Somebody needs to get a message down to Gray. She's got to start working on her other numbers. Get some more rebounds and assists. We need to be talking about a triple-double tonight. Players don't care about that stuff. They'll care after they retire, maybe. They don't care about it right now. Sarah Michelle hits a mid-range jump shot. Gets it back to a 26-point game. Hayes might have to come out of the game if she's injured here. Looks like she's gotten hurt. And if you're Inquez, you just don't take a chance here. You get her out of the game. You're up 26 points. So she's going to come out. And it's her left arm. She was holding her bicep. Oh, he's bringing Cornelius in for Chelsea Gray. So he's going to leave Hayes in. Well, I guess he knows his player better than I do. But oh, and there's Steinberger. Steinberger fouls Tiffany Hayes, who's already the walking wounded. And this game is just slowed to a snail's pace. They're going to go look at this as well to see if this is an unsportsmanlike. Let's hope it goes a little bit faster than the last time, but again, it relies on the video that they've got. So she's reaching in. Hayes turns very quickly. I suspect this will not be, but let's see. So no, just a normal foul. I think Hayes, the way she handled that made it look worse than it actually was. Makes the first free throw. And the second. So 79-52. And it would seem that Gray's not going to get her triple-double. She's out of the game. Now here's Michelle missing. And again, Tiffany Hayes has the 4 fouls. Brings it across midcourt. And her left arm looks okay now. Cornelius to Dublovic. Oh, nice work. A nice finish from Williams. Some good basketball on display there from Mersin. Godin loses it, gets it to the corner. Nowhere to go from Guapo. Passes it out to Michelle for a 3. It's long. Long rebound to Duchette. Now she looks, and the defense comes out. Now she passes down low, and the good finish by Steinberger. Dublovic makes it from the stripe. Guapo, 4.5 minutes remaining, and these two teams just playing out the remainder of this game with Mersin just in complete command, up 30 points. They're going to be advancing to the Final Four. And count that. And the foul has been called. And that's a good job by Chelsea Gray to go over there to calm down Tiffany Hayes. Because again, you're up 30 points. You just don't worry about it. You don't worry about calls that you don't like. And another basket for Williams. Williams is racking up the points here at the end of the game. Needs a couple more rebounds and she'll have a double-double. She's got 14 points. Instead, it's Cornelius that goes up and gets it. And now the reach and the foul on Steinberger. So timeout on the court here. It's hopefully both coaches are saying, hey, listen, let's just get out of here without any injuries. Let's just finish this thing off.
has to be aggressive, I understand, but be smart. Okay? Offensively, move the ball a little more. More side, more flash already, okay? Or 3 or 1. Take a little more the ball, okay? Hey guys, keep heads up. Keep heads up.
Cornelius makes the first. And the second. So it's 88-56. And folks, don't forget, you got a couple more quarterfinals, which I would expect to be a lot tighter than this one tonight, coming up. Valencia Basket playing at Skio, and obviously Avenida at Prague. You want to keep an eye on those games. Mersin, though, in the process of punching their ticket for the Final Four, and they will take on the winner of Prague and Avenida. Fenerbahce await the winner of Valencia Basket at Skio, that game 3. So Steinberger makes the shot. Sarah Michelle with the assist. And now the turnover. Here's Sarah Michelle. So Bourges with a chance to, and Sarah Michelle just, it's not the first time she's missed a wide open layup. I'm not talking about today, but in her career. And that one hurts. Well, that one doesn't really hurt. If you're going to miss a layup, I guess you want to miss it in a game like this. But kind of example of how things have gone today for the visitors. Steinberger has it knocked out of her hands, and she is fouled. Steinberger makes that free throw, and again, Bourges just all about just trying to make that final score look a little more respectable from their end. Gray from downtown. So Gray back into the game. Could still get the triple-double. All of us that want to see a triple-double, get the message to her. Here she is again. Spins, puts it up, and with the huge lead, she hasn't shot it quite as well. She's really the player that really help them get this big lead. Steinberger in the paint again. Oh, it doesn't drop. It felt like when Deschette hit that three-point shot where it bounced off the rim, high off the rim a couple of times, it might be a chance for Bourges to come back. But they just have not been at the races today. Gray to the corner, and really it's, you know, I hate to say it, it's been a tale of 2 point guards today. I mean, Gray was outstanding, and Yvonne Anderson she has to be the engine for this Bourges team, and for whatever reason things were not clicking today, and it's hard to accept for Bourges fans, having, you know, because they watched how their team played in game 2 when they were terrific and won 76-75. Because in that game, Yvonne Anderson, 22 points, 4 assists, just 2 turnovers. Played almost 34 minutes. And Deschette, she was terrific, perfect from 3-point range. They shot it well from the line, 11 of 14. But today has been a different story. And it's strange. I mean, what's strange to me watching this Bourges team play like this is they have enough veteran players to where you would think in a game 3 like this they would have been more competitive, but it has just been a nightmare. Their 2 trips to Mersin, for whatever reason, they just have not played well. So 40.9 seconds left, and I guess Mersin fans are thinking, wow, this was a lot easier than we anticipated, but we'll take it. We're going to the Final Four. Folks, just as a reminder, if you still get a chance, go to the EuroLeague Women website, go to FIBA.basketball, and then find the EuroLeague Women and vote for the EuroLeague Women Awards. And they will be presented at the EuroLeague Women Final Four. Atas stroking it from deep. So the categories will be the EuroLeague Women Most Valuable Player, the All EuroLeague Women First Team, All EuroLeague Women Second Team, the EuroLeague Women Coach of the Year, EuroLeague Women Young Player of the Year, and the EuroLeague Women Defensive Player of the Year. Fan voting will go until 12 noon Central European Time on Monday, April 3rd. So that basket will not count, and Mersin have punched their ticket to the Final Four. Who saw this coming, folks? They are reaching new highs. This Mersin team. There's some great Turkish club performances over the years in the EuroLeague Women, and now they are, well, 2 wins away from winning a title. Who knows? They could end up facing Fenerbahce in the final, depending on how results go. But Mersin win at 91-63 over Bourges. They will face the winner of Prague and Avenida. So all smiles as the Final Four ticket has been punched. It's going to be a happy team meal tonight after this game. (91-63), and it was close, relatively close in the first half. But in the end, Chelsea Gray just really turned it up a notch. Elizabeth Williams was just outstanding with her overall effort. Gray with 27 points, 9 assists, 7 rebounds. Tiffany Hayes, 13 points. She ended up fouling out. Elizabeth Williams, 14 points, 8 rebounds. And Sarah Dakic, 5 points, 9 points for Laura Cornelius. Just a total domination for Mersin today. And for Bourges, it's a game to forget. Steinberger had 14 points. Guapo had 11, but they were dominated on the glass, 47 to 29. 47 rebounds for Mersin, 29 for Bourges. And you're not going to win many games when you give that away. When you give that many points away, rather. Excuse me, you give that many rebounds away. And additionally, Mersin, their bench played well. Got a lot more good shots in the arc, inside the arc, in the paint, 36 to 26. Their free throw shooting was better, 82% to 60.87% for Bourges. Bourges were hovering in the 50s there for a while. But Mersin were 24 of 29 at the charity stripe compared to 14 of 23 for Bourges. So 90, again, folks, 91 to 83. Mersin beat Bourges in this deciding third game of the quarterfinals. They advance to the Final Four of the EuroLeague Women. Thanks for watching, everybody.